If you could fight anybody in the UFC, who would you choose?
I mean, I've said it before, the only fight that will break the record of me and Mike Tyson is me versus Conor. So we're going to see that happen.
We need that. We need that.
Jake Paul's much bigger, but Conor McGregor's skill level is just way up there. Conor McGregor could walk around at 190.
So he's almost heavyweight.
He can. You know what's a real weapon is if I could tell you what I'm going to hit you with and then hit you with it. With Conor's left, is there somebody he's not going to catch with that? Even though the size difference is pretty tremendous. You know, there's a certain point where the weights are getting similar. Then the big guys, it's a big-ass target that you can't miss. If he's only boxing, Conor McGregor, there's things that he does that are way superior than most of the MMA fighters that he's fighting. His footwork is unusual. So Jake will have a hell of a hard time, especially when somebody like Conor, I know Jake can hit hard, but I don't think he's hitting Conor clean. And I don't think Conor can miss him. I don't see Jake having superior defensive skill. And Conor's faster. His left hand is a weapon. Conor's movement is extraordinary.
Yo, he's sick.
Oh, yeah, he's a
I was with my brother Jake Paul and Conor McGregor, and then they stuck us on a bus. He said he's gonna like slap me, Jake, and KSI.
Here's the deal, he's like, I'm gonna slap the hell out of Vilios and KSI.
And then you can see me and Jake like belly laugh. Like we're
Jake Paul calling out Conor after surviving Anthony Joshua isn't confidence. It feels like panic dressed up as bravery. When you feel real heavyweight power and walk away injured, your ego looks for an escape. Suddenly, Conor McGregor feels safer in Jake's mind. But here's the truth nobody wants to say. Conor is not a tune-up fight. He's unpredictable, fast, and aggressive. If Jake thinks Joshua was pressure, wait until someone smaller breaks his rhythm and won't let him clinch. That call-out doesn't show ambition. It shows fear hiding behind bravado.
Look, that guy did great for someone who's been boxing for like less than a decade. He has had no real professional opponents other than Tommy Fury that were legitimate world-class boxers.
I don't even remember.
This is the part that sticks with me. After the fight, toughness became the excuse. Courage became the shield. And that's fine, until it's used to avoid reality. Toughness didn't control that fight. It only delayed the ending. And at heavyweight, delaying the ending is how careers end quietly. Calling this a moral win ignores what happens when fatigue hits. Belief collapses fast, and that collapse was impossible to miss.
Joshua.
Boy. Well, realistically, it's one of the craziest propositions of all time. You take a guy who...
Joshua explained it calmly afterward. Maybe too calmly. He talked about patience, movement, and control. People heard excuses, but what they were really hearing was a man who never felt threatened. And that scares people, because it doesn't match the chaos they wanted. Here's the uncomfortable thought. What if the fight went exactly how Joshua planned, and the chaos came later for a completely different reason?
Right? Just the fact that he's willing to fight the two-time heavyweight champion, former Olympic gold medalist.
Yeah.
A guy who's gigantic in his prime, built like a Greek god.
Yeah.
And you're going to stand, and he's a one-punch killer. And you're going to stand in front of that guy, and he avoided shots till the 6th round. He just started getting tired.
Yeah, his movement in that fight was crazy.
Because while fans argued online, the alleged arrest story kept growing. It resurfaced, changed shape, and got worse with every hour of silence. Was it an altercation? A misunderstanding? Something tied to the fight or the crowd? Nobody knows. And that uncertainty became its own weapon, pulling attention away from boxing and into something darker. And it feels like someone really wants people to stop asking questions.
Actually watched the Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua fight. I think I would say that my conclusions now still match most of what I said when I was watching on the initial broadcast, which is that Joshua, he did look a little rusty to me. I'm sorry, but he did. That Jake is, you know, probably a little bit better than we suggested he might be. When I say we, I mean like the hardcore fight community, the fight fans, the people who work in the industry to a degree. Sometimes there is a suggestion that he can't do anything.
The insults flew both ways. Mocked for lasting too long, mocked for surviving. The truth sat right in the middle, uncomfortable and explosive. Money skipped steps, belief skipped experience, and reality collected interest. When spectacle meets real violence, this is what happens. No script, no safety net. The scary part is that everyone saw this coming, yet still acted shocked when it arrived.
You take a guy who just had a boxing match that looks like a sparring match with a 58-year-old Mike Tyson, and then you're going to fight one of the absolute scariest knockout artists in the heavyweight division. Maybe we should watch the Francis Ngannou fight so you could see. Let's watch that real quick.
Jake leaves injured but validated by his supporters. Joshua leaves criticized but victorious. And the sport is left cleaning up another mess where hype and history collided. Rogan's reaction mattered because he didn't let courage rewrite consequences. He didn't let rumors erase results. But he also didn't pretend this was normal. And when veterans stop calling things normal, that's when the ground starts shifting.
I don't really co-sign on some of that. He's got some ability. He's not good. Listen to me very carefully. He's not good. But is he the caricature that he is sometimes made out to be in terms of his pure boxing skill? I think it goes a little overboard sometimes. But that isn't the reason why I wanted to make this video. What I wanted to make this video about is two things. One, after the fight was over, I got on social media and people were like hugely negative about the fight. And I did not think that the fight was good. In fact,
this didn't end anything. That's the lie being sold right now. It cracked something open. Questions about Joshua's future got louder. Questions about Jake's limits got sharper. And the alleged arrest still hangs there, unresolved and uncomfortable. Boxing doesn't forget moments like this. It stores them, then brings them back when nobody's ready. And something here feels off. Something isn't lining up.
And you know, me and Shady are big boxing fans. There was a huge fight in the boxing world as Anthony Joshua took on Jake Paul. It actually happened. He actually went in there. He actually fought. I couldn't believe it either, to be honest with you. He actually fought Jake Paul. No, I mean,
it's a bit of an overstatement.
It is an overstatement. I wouldn't say it's an overstatement, but look, right here, you see Jake Paul ended up losing the fight by stoppage, got hit with a right hand, said wow when he hit the floor. It was revealed that he actually broke his jaw on both sides after.
So don't relax. Don't move on. Don't let the next headline distract you. This story is still alive, still changing, still dangerous. Whether it's the rumors, the reactions, or what hasn't been said yet, something is waiting to break. And when it does, it won't hit just one name. It'll shake the whole structure. If you think this was the explosion, you're not paying attention. This was just the pressure test.
He's going to shock the world. He's going to knock Anthony Joshua out. Anthony Joshua, he does have a suspect chin, Ocho, but he is an Olympic champion. He's 6'6", 243 pounds, and I guess they say he's over the hill, but he looked in peak condition. And he can't look. I thought he could have ended the fight a lot earlier, but look, let's give him something. Let's give him something to hold it to sink the teeth into, Ocho. Anthony Joshua defeated Jake Paul in the 6th round of the heavyweight fight in Miami. This bout sparked widespread debate.
Because this ends with handcuffs and a broken jaw. That's the part nobody was ready for. That's the part they're trying to bury. We're expected to move on like a heavyweight fight didn't end with whispers of an arrest spreading online. No. Rewind it. This didn't start with chaos. It started with control. And somehow, control turned into something so toxic it could poison the division for months, maybe years.
That's what it proved. I saw one of Shady's tweets. Please pull it up. It'll be easy to find. And I vehemently disagreed with it. I need y'all to see this one. That wasn't a fight. It wasn't a fight. No. Jake Paul was clutching at his leg like my niece will when I see her on Christmas. Hey, good to see you. Like Jake Paul was clutching at Anthony Joshua's leg. That wasn't a fight. Like that wasn't a fight. That was a entertainment spectacle.
This was supposed to be the clean ending. Bell rings. Joshua drops him.